Top 10 hotels you will not believe exist. Hello there again, YouTube. One half of any vacation is a place to stay, and they've churned out a whole industry dedicated to it. On top of that, there's plenty of exterminators for all the bedbugs you'll get at whatever hotel you stay in. But therein lies the proverbial vacation experience, the hotel. The temporary home away from home with unwashed bedsheets and hotel maids who take some of your room service food before they deliver it to you, with their unwashed hands. Oftentimes, we don't really pay attention or care about the hotel we're staying at because it's there to only serve one purpose. But the hotel industry in and of itself needs to stand out in some fashion because they want you to choose them to be the place where your kids ruin your summer vacation over some competitor like Airbnb. And to do that, some hotels have carved out little PR niches for themselves, like saying they're either haunted or this is where daddy and his secretary come when mommy and him get into a huge argument. But some go even further than that, amazingly. This is Top 5 Best. And on today's list, I'm counting down 10 hotels you will not believe actually exist. For this list, I went to a psychic and had her predict what my script would be, so it would save me a lot of time on doing all the research. Best $75 I spent. I had her type out my whole script. When she handed it over to me, she had written a list about hotels that do exist, like Embassy Suites and Holiday Inn. When I confronted her over this though, saying everyone knows these exist, she said she had a vision of a person who just came to this country who had never heard of any of these hotels. And they also just so happened to see this video, thus not believing that a place like Days Inn is real. Shocked by her ability to predict the future, I took her script home, but was shot at during a random drive-by shooting and the bullets ripped apart the pages. Now I have to do this list all by myself though, with actual hotels that a lot of you aren't probably aware of. Why didn't the psychic predict that would happen to me? Anyways, before I get started, do not forget to drop a like on this video and hit subscribe so that way you can keep up with all of our daily videos. Also, we try to respond to everybody in the comments below, so if you know of any more unique hotels that exist out there, or if you've heard any word on the streets as to who shot at me, then just let us know down below in the comments. And if not, just say what's up. Number 10. The Riyadh Hotel. Starting off, this list is actually just the shell of a hotel, but not an actual one in itself. Located in the best country in the world according to itself, North Korea, this unfinished 105-story blemish in the Pyongyang landscape would have been, if they actually finished it, the tallest hotel in the entire world. However, after the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, funding to the communist kingdom pretty much came to a standstill, and the shell of the building just sat there. For well over a decade, the hotel ruined the North Korean capital's skyline, sitting vacant and without windows, fixtures, or fittings. It literally was just a tower of concrete. The North Korean government always made sure to airbrush a thing out of any official photos, but after finally getting sick of doing that, they hired an Egyptian construction firm in 2008 to finish the darn thing. However, they bit off a bit more than they could chew apparently, as interior structural building was something that the original builders didn't get quite right, with the hotel's elevator shafts even being described as crooked. At most, the Egyptians gave the place a nice retro-futuristic look with windows and all. And while the Riyadh Hotel remains as one of the most unique buildings out there, something almost out of a movie honestly, its future of ever actually being the thing it was designed to be remains to be seen. Number 9. Burj Khalifa. The tallest building in the world houses 15 floors of the Armani Hotel within it, but don't you worry, they're located near the bottom of this 2,722-foot tall structure. It has 160 guest rooms and suites and 144 residences. Guests have the option of checking out the tower if they want, including its outdoor observation deck called At the Top, which comes in at a nice non-palm sweating 1,483 feet into the air. I'm sure they could get away with some funny antics up there, like pretending to jump or throw a kid off the side of it. Gotta love for a good laugh. And also, don't you worry, a stay at the tallest building in the world will only run you around $600 a night. Just so cheap. Speaking of saving money hotels halfway across the world, number 8. For only around $18 to $36 a night, you can stay in one of these pods in Japan and feel like you're in some sort of dystopic living situation. Great if you have claustrophobia or want to pretend you're in a morgue. These capsules are only going to fit one of you, and they have a TV in them too. That means you can literally just cram your body into this and call it a night. I mean, the possibilities of what you can be are endless when you sleep in one of these. Like, you can pretend to be a premature baby stuck in a Tokyo incubator, or you can pretend that you're in a shipping tube. Okay, yeah, that last one was kind of stupid. Maybe if the psychic I had given my son's allowance to had done her job right, the last joke wouldn't have bombed, and I wouldn't be up at 4 in the morning writing the script. Number 7. The Faralda Crane Hotel. Located just 8 kilometers away from the Anne Frank house, this one-time crane has been converted into a hotel for some reason which is good enough for me in this list. Now, it only comes with 3 hotel suites cramped right on top of one another, and they're among the most expensive in all of the Netherlands. At the top of this thing, there's a jacuzzi that you can sit in where you can realize that your life now has a memory of you sitting in a hot tub at the top of a construction crane in Amsterdam. I mean, good memories, I guess? And if you ever want to see what it feels like to jump off a building without actually dying, they have a mega swing and a bungee jump that you can have fun with at the top of this hotel too. Any jump you decide to take, though, is supervised by professionals, which, that's a weird job to be a professional at. Hey, so what do you do? I'm a professional jump assistant, and I get very worked up when you don't realize it's a real job title. Number 6. No Man's Fort. Located in Portsmouth, United Kingdom, this fort literally is true to its name. It's only accessible by boat and has the bragging right of being one of the most secluded hotels on the planet. It's got 5 bars, a rooftop hot tub, and a cabaret club so you can pretend that you're in the 1920s Chicago in the middle of the ocean. Which, that's my main problem with this one. You're stuck there. If a virus breaks out and everyone is turning into something they shouldn't be, you literally have nowhere to run. Oh my god, this hotel is literally every zombie apocalypse movie ever when you put it like that. Never mind, I changed my mind. Let's go to this place. My buddy basically invented the T-virus so we can do this for real. So hype from Resident Evil 2! Number 5. The Dog Bark Park Inn. Why those chose to keep park after bark is beyond me, but whatever. Coming in at number 5 on this list is a quaint little section of hotels all built around the bodies of giant dogs. Located in bustling Cottonwood, Idaho, if this is where your summer vacation is taking you, then your idea of fun is a little different from mine. In every room you sleep in, you'll be surrounded by photos of dogs. So if you know someone who you hate and also hates dogs, then bring them here. It'd be weird if this place wasn't dog-friendly, but it is, so you can bring your rabid canine down any day of the week. Speaking of animals and hotels... Number 4. The Giraffe Manor. Located in Nairobi, Kenya, this hotel opened to the public in 1984 with stunning views of Mount Kilimanjaro in the distance and foraged giraffes. See, the Rothschild family, famous for controlling the world if you ask Alex Jones, had a bunch of these animals lying around after their natural habitat was destroyed. So they let them run free on this land prior to when it became a hotel. And it's been pretty clear it was their home first. They poke their heads into the windows of where guests may be, and they in turn feed and take Instagram photos with them. I'd like to take this idea and open up a similar hotel of my own, but instead of giraffes, it's a bunch of homeless people. Number 3. The Costa Verde Hotel. If you ever want to sit in the pilot seat of a plane and then pretend to fall over the controls and send everyone to their death, then get your butt to Costa Rica and stay a night in the former Boeing 727. Located smack dab in the middle of a rainforest, which means that you can pretend that you're survivors living after a plane crash in the jungle, they've totally gutted this thing out and made a hotel out of it. And if for some reason you hate the rainforest, there's a European equivalent in Stockholm, Sweden. But instead of a 727, it's a Boeing 747. And you can actually sleep in the cockpit of this one. Kinda like the pilot did on the flight I was on that time to Cleveland, Tennessee. Number 2. The Na Guesthouse in Dalat, Vietnam. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but you know what, I just don't care at this point. If you ever wanted to experience the adventures of Alice in Wonderland combined with the muggy heat of Southeast Asia, say no more, my friend. This hotel has been designed to look and feel like a treehouse that has its genes spliced together with Walt Disney, which means it's either a place of nightmares or fantastical dreams. I feel like this place should be a mecca for those who have a taste in the surreal, as I'm sure Salvador Dali himself would probably have lost his mind at it if he could stay one night in this place. However, that means that you can do that too, which means you'll have done something that Salvador Dali never could have, be alive in 2019. Wait, what does that even mean? This script is weird. I mean, why would Salvador Dali be alive now, and who brags about being alive after a person's been dead for decades? Why did you write this? Ugh. Friggin' scriptwriters, am I right?
I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works.
Number 1. The Ice Hotel. What makes my number 1 pick be the number 1 pick is the fact that every year this hotel is built anew. That's right, every year. They rebuild this hotel into something different, and like its name says, it's built straight out of ice. Located in Iceland at a village that you couldn't pay me to try and pronounce, its chapel, bar, and even bar glasses are all made from ice, and they can do that since the place is always kept to cool below freezing temperature. And while the chairs and beds may not actually be made from ice, the pillars holding them up are. The only other thing that isn't made from ice are the toilets, and it's only because people kept getting frozen stuck to them. And that's our video for today, everybody. Like I always say, if you did make it this far, make sure to hit us up in the comments below, as we always try to respond and just say what's up. Also, don't forget to drop a like down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, everybody.